Boundless love, an endless bond between father and son. Our story begins in the middle of the night. A new father rocks gently back and forth with his new baby, swaddled lovingly in his arms. As they rock together, the father cannot help but be amazed by how tiny the baby's hands and feet are. He is taken back by how much he truly loves his baby boy, his son. The baby boy is finally falling asleep after a noise had startled him. As the baby boy is off to dream, the father whispers softly into his son's ear, "Wherever you are, wherever you may be, to and fro, near or far, you will always see a part of me." A tear then runs down the father's cheek, and he spends the night holding his son near. 2 years have passed. The father takes his toddler son to the park, one of their favorite places to go. There, they play catch, climb the jungle gym, and feed the birds. They love the park, not only because there is so much there to do, but mainly because they are doing it together. As they climb the jungle gym, the father feels a pain in his side. Although he is hurting, he smiles at his concerned son, kisses him upon his forehead, and says, "Wherever you are, wherever you may be, to and fro, near or far, you will always see a part of me." His son, being so young, did not understand, but gave his father a big hug anyway. 4 more years had gone, and the son is now 6. He and his father are at the football game. Together they cheer for their favorite team as they eat hot dogs and drink soda. The boy smiles from ear to ear. The father simply gazes at his son, cherishing the moment they have built together. He will never forget these moments. The father closed his eyes and looked to the sky. He was in pain. As a tear gently rolled down his cheek, he muttered the words faintly to himself. "Wherever you are, wherever you may be, to and fro, near or far, you will always see a part of me." The father then opened his eyes and saw his son looking at him. The father smiled and gave his son a kiss on his forehead and yelled, "Touchdown!" Another 4 years had passed. His son is now 10. He is lying in his bed on a Sunday morning. He did not sleep a wink that night. He was so worried about his father. His father had been in the hospital because he was not feeling well. So his mom had said. It was 9 in the morning when the boy's mom came into his room. She was crying. She sat upon the edge of his bed and held him gently, lovingly. She told him that his father had gone to a special place, a place where he would feel no more pain, a place where there is nothing but love. The son was confused. He asked, "So Daddy is not coming home?" His mom replied, "My baby, Daddy will always be home. In your heart and in your thoughts, he will always be there." They hugged and cried together for hours. The son asked if he could be alone for a while. As Mom was leaving his room, she gave him a letter written to him from his father. She said, "Your dad wanted me to give this to you. He said read it and you will begin the journey towards understanding what he has been saying to you all these years." She handed him the white envelope addressed "To my son." The boy held the envelope in his hands, afraid to read what was inside. What could he have said? Why did he leave me? What am I going to do without my daddy? The boy held the unopened envelope in his arms tightly and stared at a picture of him and his father playing at the park. He cried himself to sleep that night, and many nights thereafter, with the unopened envelope held tightly in his arms. A week had gone since his father had passed. The boy was tired. He could not cry any longer. He had no more tears to shed, yet his heart was still aching. He missed his father so very much. He would stare at his bedroom door, wishing that his dad would barge in like he always did, with a cheeringly, "Hello, my boy!" The boy closed his eyes, and suddenly he saw his father do just that. It seemed so real. The boy smiled and reopened his eyes. He wiped away the last tear that ran down his cheek and grabbed the envelope that laid unopened upon his nightstand beside his bed. His anxiousness was magnified by his fumbling to get the envelope open. Finally, it was open. The letter unfolded and it began. "My dear son, I am so very sorry that I had to go away. It will forever pain me that I had to leave you so soon. Please know that I am in a better place, a place where pain and sadness need not exist. With that said, I leave you with all the wisdom, care, love, and kindness that my heart and soul could give you throughout our 10 wonderful years together. Together, we made memories that will endure the test of time, and it is this I ask of you, my darling son. In times when you are down, remember my words to you. Wherever you are, wherever you may be, to and fro, near or far, you will always see a part of me." And with these timeless words, the boy began to understand what his father meant. The boy never forgot his father's words to him. He even had them mounted above his bedroom door. He had them captioned below pictures of them together. He would frequently visit the places where he and his father built and shared many fond memories together. With every passing day came the promise of a new one, filled with the hope that the pain of losing his father, his hero, his best friend would begin to ease. And as unimaginable as it first seemed, the tears that once flooded his hopes and dreams began to clear. Within this clarity, the boy and his mother began spending more time together. They would go to many places that the boy and his father visited, sharing the memories once made while making new memories together. With his mother by his side, he sat upon a bench in the park where he and his father had played together so many times before. He looked to the blue sky, shut his eyes, and repeated the words of his father. Wherever you are, wherever you may be, to and fro, near or far, you will always see a part of me. He would then recall one of many fond memories he and his father shared at the park. It's as if his father was there beside him. He could hear his voice, smell his musky cologne, and feel his hand upon his head. His father was indeed with him. He smiled while a tear ran gently down his cheek. This was not a tear of sorrow, but rather one of happiness and love. His father was with him, and from this day forth he always will be.